All right, welcome to a new build series on the channel, and kind of what I'm hoping for this series is to break down everything I do for my builds, from sourcing a location to actually planning out the build structure to decoration, and then eventually, I'll do a big kind of filming thing at the end, like a cinematic thing as well. And yeah, so the whole idea is I kind of want you to see my process front to back so that you can start incorporating that into your kind of build style as well, if that's something you're interested in. I know a lot of people have been asking in my comments and on Discord and stuff about how I do stuff, and that's a little bit hard to describe when I'm just kind of giving tours, or if I'm just like kind of doing a quick build and then a decoration that you don't see. So for this build, I was thinking we could do something kind of fun and build a kind of a take on the Appalachia Radio. So it's kind of a well-known station in Fallout 76, and it's a bit of a mystery as to where it's broadcasting from. And so my thinking was we would just kind of take what we know about the wasteland and kind of back into it a little bit lore-wise. So for inspiration, I'm here at the KMAX Transmission Center over in the Mire, and it's right near Blake's Offering, and General Steakhouse is kind of right there. You can't miss it. And basically, the thinking is that this is the KMAX Transmission Tower, and so this is feeding the Mire, let's say, for Appalachian Radio. But the actual radio station itself is somewhere else in the wasteland. And so that's what we're going to figure out soon. But first, let's take a look around. So this is KMAX. I've already cleaned out the ghouls that were here, so no worries about that. A couple things to note is this tower here. We don't have really anything like that in the assets that we do have. So finding a good kind of replacement for that is going to be interesting. I also don't have this dish either. I do have the giant satellite dish though, so I might be able to use that. So fingers crossed that this week we get the satellite dish in the Atom Shop and I can pick it up. But just kind of like noticing around the outside here, it's all walled off with a big brick fence with a barbed wire on top. And inside, the building itself is brick. Inside we have kind of a little staging area with a barred door going out. And then kind of what you'd expect, we have a little terminal and some, computer thingies, terminals and stuff that you'd kind of expect in a radio station. But seeing as how this is just a transmission station, this isn't the full-on radio station, it's very small and cramped and all that kind of stuff, which is fine. And then over here is a little kind of back area. We have a workbench and a couple other things that are kind of strewn about as well. These are assets I wish we had, but we don't, so I can probably mimic some of this stuff anyway. I'm gonna try to make it scrappy, but also, the Julie, who manages the Appalachian Radio, my assumption is she's probably cleaned up the inside a little bit, so it'll be a little clean on the inside, but maybe not on the outside so much. So that's kind of the thinking. All right, so now that we have kind of a good idea of like an in-game sort of location that we can kind of use to build our station, now we need to figure out kind of where this would fit. So my thinking is that we want it kind of along the edge, maybe in some of these mountainous areas here, because that would kind of make sense. And it being a radio station, we kind of want it near some sort of population center. So like Monongah, we have Pleasant Valley here. Foundation wouldn't make a ton of sense. That's kind of a ski resort, or just a camping resort pre-war. We could also be around these radio arrays as well, the satellite arrays. I was thinking we could also do something that maybe like Summersville, but what I might do is I might start, where is Site Bravo? Let's see, I might start at Monongah Overlook, and actually, you know what, I'll start at Site, no, I'll start at the Palace of the Winding Path and go down these mountains and see if I can find a cool spot for this. So the things I'm looking for are near a road. So either that's like an actual like pavement road or like a dirt road that kind of meanders off into the mountains or woods or something. And it's generally kind of a flat area to build on. So with that in mind, let's go hunt for a location. All right, so this spot here could be interesting. We're right next to this power station here, or the power transfer substation thing. And we're actually not too far from the Sunnytop station either. And there's kind of a flat area over here. We're right on a road, but I think we can do better than this. So let's keep looking. Jesus. This little area could be interesting, but it's, I don't know. It's a little too on the path and a little too raidery for my taste. What is that? Oh, that's Metal Dome. Let's keep going. Usually when I'm wandering around, I'll make note of kind of cool spots that I find, and this one would be kind of added to that list. I really dig this little pond. This open area right across from Portside Pub would actually be pretty cool because it's right near Morgantown, but even though the camp module shows green, it won't let you build here, unfortunately. Alright, so we also have this spot here, which is up in the ash heap, just east of Abandoned Mine Shaft 6 and Mount Blair. It does have a radio tower thing, which is very enticing, and it has this kind of prefab here. There are a bunch of cultists here that I just killed, and some floaters as well, so that's something to keep in mind. I wonder if there are any other radio towers like this around the wasteland. I can't remember. I'll keep looking a little bit. This is definitely on the short list of locations for sure. This would be kind of a cool spot. All right, let's keep looking. All right, after I just said that, there on the other side of Mount Blair, literally like a short walk over, is another little radio tower. Prefab. Can I build here? I wonder. Actually, I don't know if I can build here. You could build in the other spot. Oh, you can. It's might be a little tough. It feels kind of like cheating though to already have this other building here, and some of the equipment in here. So I think I might keep looking. The other location was a little bit better than this one. So I think I might keep looking and see what else I can find. Alright, I found this beautiful radio tower here. We are in the forest, and this you see this kind of big mountain here, the third one down, just after this kind of switchback in the road. But Bethesda won't let you fucking build here. The closest you can get is up here, I think. Yeah. But like, come on, what the fuck? So stupid. Alright, I'll keep looking. Alright, one other spot I wanted to take a look at is this one right near Charleston train station. So, it's a pretty popular spot. I like, oh. It's the chicken guy.
He's gonna kill me.
So, yeah, I was gonna build right here. Instead of over here, there's not as much room over here as I thought, or as you think there is. I don't like it butting up right against this building here, so my initial thought was kind of to build over here. So if I did build like a little radio station or something over here. Where'd the guy go? Oh, he's way up there. So yeah, I was gonna try to build something here, but I don't know. I gotta think about this a little more. Okay, so the more I think about it, the more I really want to build here at this location in the forest. Just a reminder, I'm right up here. I'm just kind of northwest of Vault 76, a little southeast of Tyler County Fairgrounds and the transmission station. I do love this big tower here, and I think there's some stuff we could do. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to jump into a custom world, but I mean, what's the fun of having Fallout first if you can't indulge in custom worlds once in a while? So let's think about this for a little bit. I think what I'll do is maybe build here, this kind of flat area, or maybe up here on this rock to kind of connect it to the tower specifically. I would like to build potentially over here as well. We can kind of play around with some ideas, but these trees won't bulldoze, these big trees, so we'll have to kind of figure out what to do there. And obviously this outhouse won't either. But I think we can do something pretty interesting here. So what I'll do is I'll hop out and I'll show you kind of my custom world settings, and we can go from there. Alright, so yeah, here's my custom world settings. Basically, it's identical to what you'd experience in adventure mode, with the exception of being able to place anywhere. The radius, budget, and height are all default, and the relaxed building restrictions are turned off. So you can see my process for merging and all that kind of good stuff. Alright, here we are. I had to dispatch of some robots real quick, but otherwise we're looking good. Okay, so let's place down. Well, I'm in a custom world, doesn't really matter. Yeah, okay. Just making sure I have the right camp module, the camp slot. So I kind of want to get a little bit of everything in here. Let's see. If I move this way, pretty sure this should be good. Okay. Let's double check that placement. It's always so hard to tell. Okay, that's good. Okay, we got everything back here. That's great. We're good over here. I thought I heard something. Okay. And yeah, we're good over here. Okay, so I think this should be good. Oh, there's a mole rat. Jerk. Is this part of a quest or something? I can't remember. It might be. Alright. Eventually this stuff will go away if you collect all the loot from them. They should theoretically kind of disappear at some point. Okay. Let me drop this off. I'll just put you over here. And okay, let's start kind of figuring out placement for stuff. Jesus. Seriously? Okay. Any more? Anyone else? Okay. So that. Okay, that'll place there. I don't know if I want that to go there though. I do like this path being here. So there's an entrance here. but I can't place anything there. Ooh, maybe I can if it's off a little bit. Okay. And then there is this entrance over here as well. I could put that right there. Oh, that would be beautiful if I could do that. Let's see that. Let's see how close we can get. That's about as close as we can get. Okay. Straighten it out a little bit. Okay. And that won't snap. Why won't you snap? Because of that? Are you snapping it? Nope. Something's going on up there. Alright, let's see. Will stairs snap here? Nope. Nope. Okay. So a lot of this is going to be trial and error. Let's see. That won't work. Okay, so what I will probably do then is move you over here. I feel like the rock there. Okay. Move you up just slightly. Alright, so that should be okay. Let me see what the stairs look like. Stairs won't go there. Okay, stairs won't go there at all. Okay, let's see. So what I can do is there. I think I might do. How's that looking? Because basically I want the idea to be this is another transmission site, technically, like a KMAX transmission site. Okay. So what I'm thinking is. See, could I do I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of my building is really just me jumping around a lot and thinking about positioning and layout. But I think this is kind of good. So let's see. Okay. I'm trying to think of like what. Okay, let's do. Okay, but I do want to kind of put this down a little bit. Maybe about the size of that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, I think for that, grab a pressure plate. Actually, I'll keep it on the ground. Are these logs going to be in my way? They probably are. Crap. Hang on, let me see. We'll see. Okay, give me a second. Alright, so I'm going to put the pressure plate down. Going to get some floor decor. Yeah, I use a jack-o'-lantern. Blends into the environment pretty well. There we go. just keep putting this down until I get it at a good height that I like. Alright, as you'll see throughout the video, the kind of pre-existing fence here is a little bit difficult to kind of build around. I am trying to get a look like the KMAX Transmission site in the mire, so I'm trying to build a brick fence around. But you'll see that as with many things, even in a custom world, this can be kind of an exercise in frustration with this game, but hopefully in the end it'll all kind of come together and look really good. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to try to fit the let's see if this works. So what I want to do is I want to fit the chain link fence within the stone fence so that I can get the same look. I mean, I don't have barbed wire like at the other KMAX Transmission site, but I do have the chain link, and when I look through, I mean, I could potentially use this as well. I do have that. Does that? No. I mean, I could play around with it, maybe. Does this go on? Hang on. Alright, so I tried to get this communist fence to kind of sit on anything so I can merge it down. That obviously didn't work. So it doesn't seem like you can really merge it down into anything, and for some reason it wouldn't burn either. I don't know why. So that was a little frustrating. I could come back and use it again at some point, but I probably won't because it can be a little frustrating to use, but yeah, anyway, we'll keep going. Alright, here I'm realigning the brick pillar on top of the spike board trap so that I can get it a little bit closer to the kind of pre-existing fence, so it's a little bit more believable in that sense. You'll notice I'm kind of moving the trap back and forth a little bit on the pressure plate. That's because for some reason, if you find like a good spot on the pressure plate to merge it down, it'll only go once. I don't know why, if anyone else has that issue, but so if you merge it once in one spot and then move it to a different spot, it'll merge again and just keep going back and forth. Well, that's how I figured out how to do it anyway. Alright, so now that I have the fence where I want it, I'm going to trigger the spike board trap so that it makes the kind of first part of the fence kind of disappear. So in that way, I'm going to be able to add in the chain link fence basically where it was, and then when I repair the spike board trap, the two will be essentially merged together. Alright, so I thought that if I were to burn the other stone fence pieces that I could just essentially snap another chain link fence onto the one that's already sitting there, but as most things like in this game, it won't work. So I think I ended up trying a bunch of different stuff, and nothing really seemed to work, unfortunately. But that's the nature of the game. It's all trial and error, and it's trying to figure things out, and I think that's why a lot of people like it so much, because it's challenging in that way. So you can merge the chain link fences down into stuff. So here I'm going to merge it down into a pumpkin just to kind of see how it works. I really wanted to try to see if merging it down through the pumpkin and then trying to set it on top of the fence would work. But again, unfortunately, it didn't. So on to the next idea. Merging the chain link fence down into the brick fence does work, actually, surprisingly. But placing it is a whole other story, because it does like to conflict, especially when snapping. So even though it was able to merge down into the brick fence, I could not get it to place through snapping. There are probably other ways I could do it, but I don't think it would look that good. And I don't know. There are ideas I could still probably try to work out, but this one doesn't seem to work either. All right, so before moving on, I wanted to see if any other kind of fence types that would kind of look good in this build would work if I tried merging it down into the brick fence. But unfortunately, I really couldn't get any to sink down. However, I did find that if you did try to merge the raidery fence, the spiky one, it won't merge, first of all, but it does stay in the air for some reason. So I guess that's something new. I don't know, but feel free to use that if that's something that could be useful in your camps, I guess. A good tip if you're feeling kind of frustrated in one aspect of your build, especially in this one where I'm kind of getting tapped out on the brick fence merging and trying to figure that out. So I decided to move on to trying to plug up the big hole on the side of the fence. And what I decided to do was merge down the chain link fence into one of those Nuka-Cola trinkets to kind of sink it down to the level of the kind of pre-existing fence. And it actually worked pretty well. So here I'm going to be merging the large chain link fence down and seeing if that can kind of easily plug up that hole. Oh my god. It's fucking perfect. Look at that. Holy shit. Okay, great. Alright, you gotta take your wins when you can, so I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side with this big fence piece as well. Here I'm just double checking the height to make sure it's perfect. No one's probably gonna care if it's like 1 or 2 pixels off, but my OCD does, so it's gotta be perfect. So perfect. So good. Okay. Okay, so for this episode, I think that's gonna do it. Okay, so we figured out our location, right? I put down kind of where I want the building to be, and I think this is a pretty good spot. I haven't done anything with it yet, but I wanted to shore up this, communications tower here. So I added some fencing. I drop merged it down using those little statue trinket things, or what I call trinkets. I dropped this fence down and I tried merging a bunch of stuff into it, but it didn't quite seem to work how I expected it to. If you have any tips for me, please leave them down in the comments. I'm going to have to redo this anyway because I stupidly kind of took out the end cap there and it won't let me put another one back in. And then I shored up this side too, and I did a lot of kind of thinking, and so I think this will be pretty good. I just need to kind of finish up some stuff. So I think next episode what I'm going to do is finish this up around here. Maybe put a little, this is going to be Julie's thing, so maybe I'll actually put a little garden over here at some point. Maybe not next episode, but at some point. and then start work on the actual building itself. So stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed this episode. It was maybe helpful, I don't know. But stay tuned, and we'll see how we go from here. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Take it easy.